Hey guys, how you doing today? Dr. Stephen Akintayo here and joining you live today from Istanbul, Turkey. But it's a nice place, has a lot of history, has a lot of culture. So please tell me your name and the city you're joining me from. Everybody, your name and where you're joining me from. My name is Stephen Akintayo, Africa's most influential investment coach. And basically, I teach you how to invest your money, how to make more money, manage it, and multiply it. And share with you my personal journey. I started my business with just $10, 1,000 Nigerian naira. And I've grown it to become a multi-billionaire corporation, a multi-million-dollar corporation with offices in 4 continents of the world. This is my latest book. It's called The Billionaire Habits. I shared my journey, how I started. And so it's whatever I teach is out of what I've done, what I've tasted, what I've handled, that I'm sharing with you guys. How many of you are ready today? If you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready. Please share this video as many times as you can. Facebook, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, tag your loved ones. I want this video to go viral. Get everybody in here. So I want to first of all say to you that if you come to a city like Turkey or any other European country, deafen your ears to the negativity. A lot of time people will tell you it's not possible to make it in certain countries. It's never about the country, it's about your mindset. Billions and millions is in the mind before it comes to your hand. Let me say it again. Before you touch millions and billions in your hand, it must first get to your mind. Your mind is the incubator for the millions you're going to touch. So if you get yourself deceived into this, it's not possible. People are not doing it. Now you are right and you've lost it. You're very right and you've lost it. But people are doing it. People are making money. You can be one of them. Those who have made it don't have 2 heads. I always tell people, if there's anybody who has made it legitimate, legally, I can make it as well. As long as they don't have 2 heads, as long as it's legit, I'm going to do it and I'm going to make it. So the first thing you need to study when you come to a new country and you're trying to build wealth, the first thing, and I want everybody to write it down, where is the money in that country? For example, you could Google export products of Turkey. So I can give you some export products of Turkey. Each of these export products, okay, contribute over $8 billion to Turkey. In other words, other people like you watching me are able to export this kind of product from Turkey, and cumulative income of all the people who are exporting this kind of product that is largely available in Turkey have brought in over $8 billion. Cumulatively, we're talking about over $200 billion. Now, how many of you think that this makes sense? So you want to research, where is the money? What are the key areas? What are the key sectors that, is being exported, that products are being exported? So I'm going to mention a few to you. Then we'll focus on 3. Okay, I'll mention a couple. Then we'll focus on 3. Are you ready? If you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready. Come on, I need your engagement. I need you to get me engaged. If you get me engaged, I share more with you. We'll all learn and we'll all get better. Okay, if you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Remember, share this video 50 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn. Now, I will tell you why I started this series. And I'm probably going to be doing this series in any country that I visit. The reason I started this series, particular countries that are not African, is because when I started traveling all over the world, I realized that Africans are not doing too well, even though we are usually the most educated immigrants. When I started going to the US, to the UK, to different parts, I realized that Africans are the most educated immigrants in those places, but they are not rich, they are not wealthy, they are struggling financially. In fact, this is the reason why you now have issues of Africans being arrested, being locked up, a lot of human rights abuses against Africans. And usually it's because we don't hear anybody tell us how to build well legitimately when we come to these countries. We don't hear anybody tell us that we can make it without a degree. And by the way, what I'm teaching you here, you can do it without a degree, because this is where we now all get it confused. Oh, if I don't have a degree, I can't make it. All these sectors, you don't need a degree to make it in them. I have a degree, nothing wrong with having a degree, but this becomes another excuse. Now, it's often because people are struggling. Now, you cannot have enough money, stay in a 5-star hotel, or buy yourself a house in some of the wealthiest neighborhood, okay, in India, and somebody will just come and arrest you without a proper legal process. No. Those things happen when many Africans are living in some of the poorest neighborhoods. They're already guessing that you probably do not even have a residency based on where you are. And we are often then a victim of a lot of abuses in diaspora. We couldn't have suffered back in Africa and then leave Africa and come to western parts of the world or eastern or Middle East and still suffer. It does not make sense. You left Africa because you're looking for a greener pasture. If you're going to come to this part of the world, you better be among the best. This is what the Jews do. Anywhere the Jews go to, they're among the best. This is the reasons why America cannot fight the Jews. America cannot fight Israel, no matter what happens. You know why? The Jews control the American economy. Go and check most of the biggest businesses in America. They are owned by Jews. When Jews go to any country, they make up their mind to be among the top people there, including in Nigeria, including in South Africa, including in Cameroon, in Gambia, in Ghana. If you see a Jew in your country, go check it. They are among the richest. They have gone to the top of the echelon, like somebody will put it. And it's a decision. And I'm hoping that through videos like this, some of you will make up your mind, okay, to get yourself into the wealthy land, begin to think wealth, and throw away your excuses and get it serious. When we come to anywhere, we're thinking of how to open a Nigerian restaurant, how to open an African restaurant. There's nothing wrong with that, but there's more than that. You can do bigger than that. When we come, it's how do we do this? Sometimes there are bigger industries that we can put in ourselves and start making big money. Are you ready for me today? If you're ready, again, everybody type I'm ready, I'm ready. Remember to share this video 50 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn. If you have a group, African group on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on WhatsApp of people in Europe, in Turkey, in Istanbul, share this video with them. We need to enlighten our people and educate them and help them. Okay, number one sector, okay, in Turkey that is doing very well that you can go into is vehicle. Right? There's a lot of vehicle export in Turkey. So you can get cars and move them to other parts of the world, particularly Africa. You can get to start buying cars here in Turkey at a cheap price and sell them back in Africa. Another sector that I checked that is doing over $8 billion in export here in Turkey is machineries, including computers, right? Being able to buy computers and being able to ship them to other parts of the world, particularly Africa, and you can make good money for yourself. Another part is called gems and precious metals. The gems and precious metal industry is huge in Turkey. Big business, big industry. Billions and billions of dollars are made in that industry through export in Turkey every year. Number 4 is clothing and accessories. The garment industry is huge. I don't know if you know that the Turkey garment is one of the best in the world. If you know, type I know. If you don't know, type I don't know. How many of you know that the Turkey garment fabric are one of the best in the world? This clothing business is one of the biggest I do right now. I've never been to Turkey, but our e-commerce, if you go to Genido Fashion, one of the companies I own, aside buying in China, and we've been having problems buying China because of the China logistics, In fact, the garments we buy, the fashion clothes and all of that that we sell on our e-commerce business site, the one from Turkey is better than that of China, right? It's better than that of China. So the ones we buy, when we buy clothes for our clients on our e-commerce site, you know, the one from Turkey, way better. Way better. And people pay better money, top dollar, for clothes from Turkey than from China, because the quality of the fabric, the quality of the garment here in Turkey is off the roof. I'm going to take my time to teach you more about this, because I'm already doing this, make serious money in this sector. And this is one of the amazing things to me. I've never been to Turkey, but my business in fashion, my e-commerce company, has bought several clothes from Turkey. I've sold several clothes from Turkey online and made crazy money, even though this is my first time visiting Turkey. And so you see that the problem is not the geographical location you are in. The problem is your mind. And everybody say, the problem is the mind. Everybody, I want you to type, the problem is the mind. When it comes to making money, the problem is not where you are. The problem is not the location. The problem is your mind. Your mind. If your mind says to you, I can make it, it's not true, it's not possible to make it, you're saying the truth. And let me repeat this again. Everything I'm teaching you tonight, if you think it's impossible, you are right. I don't even want to bother to argue with you. Right? If you think what I'm telling you now is impossible, you are right. I'm not even going to argue. You are very right. Correct 100%. But guess what? If you think you can make $1 million in Turkey, you are also very right. Because death and life is in the power of the tongue. Whatsoever your mind believes, your mouth will say it. And whatsoever your mouth can boldly declare, your hand will touch it. It's a simple principle about wealth and about success. I started my business 30 years ago with $10, right? And I've built massive empire today. We have office in UK, in US, in Dubai, in Nigeria. People couldn't believe. People who know me when I started could not believe at the way God has blessed us financially. But I believed. It started with my mind. I just believed I could make it. Nobody in my lineage has ever made it. In fact, the only person in my entire father's lineage that has traveled out is my father. And they sent him on all expense paid trip, Nigerian government pilgrimage to Jerusalem. The only person. Today, not only have I visited every year I visit more than 40 cities. But not just that. I own businesses in those places. And you can do the same. How many of you believe you can make it legitimate? You can make $1 million legitimately in the next 5 years. If you believe, type I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. Please share this video 50 times. You see, on social media, you hardly will find Africans, okay, who talk like this. You hardly will find Africans who are having shows like this. Every conversation in Africa, what we keep discussing is abusing each other, gossip about each other, hate each other, and that's what we like to promote. We do not, if we have been having many Africans teach you what I'm teaching you today, many of you will not be miserable in diaspora. Many of us will have been millionaires and billionaires in different parts of the world. But you see, all our conversation is always fight, is always disbelief, is always argument, is always gossip. And when we hear good messages like this, we don't share them. We don't invite everybody to say, this is the right message to listen to. This is what can change your mind. Come listen. So everybody share this video now, 50 times. Share. So I stopped at number 4, which is garment and accessory. And I'll still later dig in deeper, okay, on how you can make your first $1 million in those sectors. So, the next number 5 is iron and steel. Iron and steel is one of the biggest, okay, biggest export here in Turkey. Number 6, electronic machineries. Big electronic machineries. Number 7, plastics. Even though, the world is changing, there's a lot of laws about plastic. Number 8, mineral fuel. Okay, big here in Turkey. Mineral fuel is big in Turkey. It's one of the biggest export of Turkey. Number 9, furniture. Furniture is big in Turkey. In fact, one of the reasons why I came here is because our interior decoration designer for a lot of our construction have told me that we could get a lot of good furniture for some of our luxury designs in Turkey. Okay? Now, my top designer, she's based in Dubai, and she was telling me this in Dubai. So even for some of the designs we want to do in Dubai, construction we're doing in Dubai, as well as in Nigeria, the furniture, if we are looking for quality furniture, we could get them here in Turkey, and it's part of my interest here actually. Okay, and this is very important. So furniture is good, quality furniture here in Turkey. Number 10, retail and supply chain. Oh Jesus! In fact, let me tell you this: if you own a supermarket business in Africa, and you want the supermarket business to grow well, employ a Turkish person to head it. Okay? It's a powerful thing that you want to leverage on. Employ a Turkish guy. Now, there's a leading supermarket business in Nigeria. I'm not even going to mention their name because they didn't pay me for advert. The guy that started that brand was a Turkish guy. They are good with retail. And they are able to bring in a lot of those stuff from Turkey. So, premium retail products in supermarket, supply chain management, they are good in that, right? And so some of you want to have franchise, like open supermarkets with franchise. Turkey is the place, right? You can get a lot of your product from Turkey at a very reasonable price and set up your supermarket. And you can even employ guys from Turkey to even help you manage it, right? Because they are good in this area. Then number 11, bonus. Everybody type bonus, bonus, bonus. By the way, are you getting value? If you are getting value, type I'm getting value, I'm getting value, I'm getting value. Come on, everybody, talk to me. If you are getting value from today's class, type I'm getting value, I'm getting value. I need to hear from you guys. Remember to share this video 50 times. Facebook, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, across all social media platforms. Share, 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 share. If you're getting value, type I am getting value. I am getting value. Please share this video 50 times. Facebook, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, across all platforms. Okay? So, and number 11, which is the bonus point. Number 11, education consulting. Education consulting. Do you know, guys, that Turkey is one of the cheapest Western or European, location to study? Do you know? If you know, type I know. If you don't know, type I don't know. Do you know you can get a scholarship to study courses that are not even available in many universities in Africa for as low as 100 euros per semester? If you know, type I know. If you don't know, type I don't know. In fact, the student who volunteered to take me around Turkey today, right, qualified for that scholarship, which is mechanomics or something. He mentioned the name. At least it's mechanomics or something. He mentioned it. It's a combination of mechanical, electrical, and computer. Okay, that's what he's studying. So in Nigeria, there are just 2 universities that were doing FUTMINA and one other, Bauchi University or something. Other universities are not even studying that course. It was an opportunity to be able to do that course here in Turkey. It was a bilateral relationship between Turkey and Nigeria. And all he was paying per semester is 100 euros. He was on scholarship, by the way. Right? So there are so many programs in Turkey. You can have quality education in Turkey, very affordable. In fact, now he changed university. He changed university to another university, and he was still telling me that the total money he's paying is, I think, 2,000 Metrotronics. I can't remember the name, but he shall mention the name. Okay, very, very affordable. So you can go into educational consulting. Now, how many of you are currently in Turkey? Because one of the goals is to hope that some of you currently in Istanbul in Turkey can take advantage of this, because you may not know and you're still struggling to build tangible wealth for yourself. Now, you can easily set up a company to start providing. You partner with some of the universities. Let me give you an example. So I'm starting, like, remember I told you, I'm going to give you different ways, sectors, okay, that there is money being made in Turkey. Then I will zero in into 3. So the first one I'm zeroing into is educational consulting. Everybody type educational consulting. Okay? Everybody type educational consulting. Everybody type educational consulting. So educational consulting is the first one I'm going to be zeroing in on. I'll give you a practical example. Now, how many of you agree with me that if you can help anyone, any Nigerian parent, get their children to come and study unique courses, right, that even the private universities do not offer, and all they will pay if they qualify for the, and by the way, it's not difficult to get the scholarship. Just need to go to those universities, sign MOU with them to be their representative and to bring African students for them, and they will tell you the basic stuff, and people can start applying for those things. Now, how many of you agree with me that if you can help anybody to be able to come and study good course in Turkey, and all they will pay is 100 euros per semester, how many of you agree with me that people will pay you 2,000 euros in consultancy fee? If you agree, type I agree. If you don't agree, type I don't agree. I, as a parent, you are able to help my son get a course to study. And you know what's funny? Many of the courses have, or university have, Europass. There's something they call Europass. What does that mean? It means when I graduate, I can use that degree to work in Germany, to work in many parts of Europe, right? So I can work in many parts of Europe. So I may not even, I don't need to even stay in Turkey. I can go to other parts of Europe where maybe people don't go to school very well and go and work there, right? And I will be paid very well. So you, as an educational consultant, you are charging 1,000 euro for, success fee, 2,000 euro success fee. And like I said to you, many people are getting those scholarships. It's not difficult. And I'll tell you why. One of the major sources of income for Turkey is education, right? Is education. So they always, create systems that help more people to come and study in Turkey. It's their major money earner. So Turkey has the cheapest educational cost in the whole of Europe. One of the cheapest. In fact, for their citizens, is free education to tertiary level. So they're always trying to get foreign students to come in and even help to cushion the volume of demand that they need in the educational sector. Now, if you are able to bring in 1,000 people in a year, I don't know if you agree with me that you can easily get 1,000 people in Nigeria alone. Nigeria is over 200 million people. And when you look at the educational tourism in Nigeria, is something else. America has more than 20,000 applicants from Nigeria trying to go and study in America. UK has more than 40,000 every year. Way more. I'm just even, reducing. In fact, I think the numbers are in hundreds of thousands applicants. So how many of you think you can easily get 1,000 parents, okay, who will be interested in sending their children to Turkey on scholarship? I don't know if you think you can get that. By the way, I know people have done this for more than 1,000 people. I know people have done this. So this is just being reasonable with it. Okay, way more. In fact, some people are even sending secondary school children, which I don't support. I can send my secondary school child to Turkey or anywhere else. I can send them when it's university time, but not secondary school. I don't advise it. But people are doing this. So 1,000, let's calculate the money. 1,000 people multiplied by what? 2,000 euros, which is what you're charging them. This is aside application fees. You can still charge them about 100 or to 200 euros for them to apply, and you coach them through the process, right? And that's it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is already 2 million euros, which is more than $2 million. Euros is higher than dollars. So when I said I'm going to teach you how to make $1 million legitimately, okay, here in Turkey, this is how to make money. Listen, the era of looking for contracts, I tell people, I said that era is over. You want to make $1 million, look for 1,000 people to pay you $1,000, and you've made your first $1 million. It's not as difficult as some of us think it. Because when I said $1 million, and that's why I said, if you think what I'm saying is not possible, you are right. If you think it's possible, you're also right. It's in your mind. It's in your mind. Because multiply, now you can see how easy it is. How many of you can get 1,000 clients, okay, from your African country who will be interested in free scholarship for their children to Turkey? How many of you think you will get 1,000 people gladly, willing, waiting for such? More than 1,000 people. If I go into this, I'm not interested in this sector, but I'm just teaching you. Okay, I'm a real estate guy, and I'm still going to teach you how to make money in the real estate sector here in Turkey. Okay, real estate is my field, but I'm showing you the opportunity, right? So you just need to do a lot of marketing, do a lot of adverts, go to your radio station, go to TV station, but of course, come to Turkey, sign an MOU with those universities, okay, so that you have a relationship with them, that you're going to be bringing people to them via scholarship. Very easy to reach out to the university and sign those relationships. In fact, they will do videos for you, letting the whole world know that they are behind what you are doing. Okay, so it's not even something that you say, what if people don't believe you? When you sign up with those universities here, MOU is mutual, memorandum of understanding. Memorandum of understanding is called MOU, memorandum of understanding. When you sign a memorandum of understanding, okay, with many of these universities, the guys involved, their PR, maybe someone in charge of public relations, will gladly do videos with you, face to face, saying that, yeah, a representative from Gambia, we are providing scholarship for those of you in Gambia through Diana, reach out to Diana, we're willing to work with you. They will do those videos. So you don't even need to bother about, oh, what if when I get back to Zambia, people are not going to believe me? Or when I get back to, just make sure you go to those universities, you sign a memorandum of understanding with them. So there is a legal agreement between you and them that you will be representative, you'll be bringing people for them, okay, to come on their scholarship program. And all the universities have scholarship program here in Turkey, all of them, right? Even the ones in remote areas that are not in Istanbul, they all have this program, right? So more like being an affiliate to the university and bringing students for them. Are you excited about today's class? If you're excited, type I'm excited, I'm excited. Come on, guys, talk to me. I need your energy. Remember to share this video 50 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, across all social media platforms. Okay? George says we are making history in Cameroon Global Property Brokers Conference. Okay. Okay. Good to know that you are running a franchise of my conference in Cameroon. I'm glad to hear that. So somebody said I can get 2,000 from Ghana every month. Can you imagine? Very easy to do, really. This is very easy to do, right? Very easy to do. So how many of you can make $1 million from educational consulting based on what I've taught you? If you think you can do it, type, I can do this. I can make $1 million from educational consulting. Come on, everybody talk, type. If you think you can make $1 million from educational consulting based on what I've taught you, type, I can make $1 million from educational consulting. Okay? Number 2 is fashion. Are you ready for number 2? If you're ready for number 2, type, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Okay? If you're ready for number 2, remember I've given you several lists, but I'm zeroing down on 3. Number 1 is educational consulting. Number 2, fashion. Right? Like I said earlier, the garment industry in Turkey is one of the best in the world. Right? The quality of garment that you're going to find in Turkey, you will not even find it in China. Okay? Is a major sector here. I had to buy some clothes and all that. When I look at the price I paid for some of these clothes and the quality, I was amazed. You know, so because I was so cold, I needed to buy some of the. In fact, let me tell you what they do here in Turkey. They even put the names of, you will see Adidas, they always put the names of. Let me give you this. I bought Adidas cap before, like this, you know. And when I touch this, the quality is so good. So when you get to some of the train station, you see them put Puma, Adidas. You know they're not Adidas, they're not Puma. But this is what I'm saying. When you take a normal Adidas cap like this, and this one, you could see the quality. Guys, you need to see the quality of this fabric. You need to see the quality. And the price is ridiculously cheap. You know, so I had to buy this jacket, this winter jacket as well. If you look at the quality, right, this winter jacket in the US will be costing around $200 to $400. Depend on quality, you know. It depends, right? Quite expensive, quite big, you know. But I got this from the price, I think it's less than $50. I'm not kidding. Right? Less than $50 for this. Brand new. Right? Really quality fabric. So you have that opportunity here in Turkey. Now, what you want to do, again, you can either travel down or you can join my e-commerce coaching program. It's either you buy physically or their website that we teach in our e-commerce coaching, where you can order quality clothes from Turkey. You can sell them online to people anywhere in the world. We have a called Genido Fashion, one of my e-commerce business, right? What we did was very simple. Got some clothes from Turkey, got some volunteer models. They volunteered, they were not even paid, they volunteered. We did a photo shoot with them, wearing some of those beautiful fashion clothes, uploaded it, used it to create an e-commerce website. And we're selling like that. And we do deliveries every part of Nigeria. And very soon, we intend to open that same fashion business in UK, in US, in Dubai. And guess where most of our clothes are coming from? Either China or Turkey. Okay? And the quality is, the design, fantastic. Right? It's one of the biggest money earner. Biggest money earner. I don't know if you love what I'm teaching. If you love this type, I love this. I have a student of mine in my e-commerce business. She's done well for herself in this same fashion. She decided to go into men's shoes. Okay? Men suits rather. And some of our clothes, when we started having shoes with China, Turkey was the next place. She's able to buy suits for less than what? Less than $100. She's able to then tailor-made it based on your size, customize it, make sure it fits you well, and able to then sell it for $400. Right? Some as cheap as $250. See the profit margin. over $150 in profit margin. So guys, how many of you can do this fashion business from Turkey? How many of you can make you can see the pathway to making $1 million in the fashion sector from Turkey? If you can see it, I can see it. I can see it. Please share this video 50 times, guys. Facebook, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, across all social media platforms. Share, share, share. Get everybody to join and make this video go viral. Like I said, many people, okay, do not share good information that can help people to become rich. And it's the reason why we struggle in Africa. In fact, somebody was chatting me up on Instagram. He said, billionaire that is selling books. Right, this is my latest book, and I'm here in Turkey. I'm doing a book review. Now, somebody approached me on Instagram trying to abuse me that there's nothing we will not see. A billionaire that is selling book. You know, and I found it very funny because what he was trying to say is that a real billionaire will not be selling book. So I had to ask him. I said, who are the billionaires that you know? Right? Because the ones I know, they are all selling books. Bill Gates has sold many books. Right? Bill Gates, many books. Donald Trump, many books. Right? Richard Branson. In fact, in America, the proof you made your money legitimately is that you have to write about how you made it. All the billionaires in America are authors of books. But you see, because in Africa, all our billionaires either are, most of the ones we know, either are politicians who stole public funds, so they don't have a book about how they made their money, or the ones who laundered money on behalf of the politicians. So those ones as well could not tell you how they made it, right? So because of that, people don't know the power of being an author. And I told you, I said, I'm out to change the mindset of the world because this is why Africans are not rich. If you make your first $1 million in America, you write a book about it. This is why they are able to produce more millionaires. Why do you think America is the superpower? How many of you know why America is a superpower? Okay? The largest number of billionaires and millionaires in the world are in America. That's all. That's all. That is the secret. The largest number. So any country that is able to produce more rich people becomes a rich nation. Why are we struggling in Nigeria? Because we have not produced enough millionaires, enough billionaires. Why are we struggling in Ghana, in Kenya, in Tanzania? Because we have not. People do not know the legitimate path to becoming rich. Because most of our rich people didn't make it. They are arrogant. How will you know a rich man in Africa? He has pot belly. He's fat. He's chubby. He begins to move. How are you, my son? He has 5 people working with him. Right? And everybody, yes, sir, Your Excellency. You see, that's in our mind the proof somebody is rich. Right? And that mindset has to go. We have to change it. Because those things are lies. They're not true. Steve Jobs built the richest company in the world. He's on shirt and jeans. Number 3, real estate. Now, real estate is one of the biggest money earner here in Istanbul. In fact, what is funny about real estate is that this year alone, over 35,000 people, foreigners, have bought property in Turkey. Why? So I had to do research. Why is it that a lot of foreigners are buying? And I realized that there is no law restricting people from buying properties in Turkey. That's the reason why, right? There's no law restricting people. So because you as a foreigner can easily come to Turkey, buy your property. According to the law also, you can get a residency once you own a property here in Turkey. Yes, you heard me. Once you own a property in Turkey, it qualifies you to get a what? A residency. So you get resident permit when you own the property. So this has made more people to come to Turkey and own property. You can, and even when you choose to say, oh, I bought the property, but I'm not going to be staying in Turkey, you can still make it your second property and still qualify you to still be able to come in at any time you want. So the housing market is hot, okay? Big time. And how do you come into the sector? You can become a property agent, okay, with some of the top developers here in Turkey. And it's not easy to build in Turkey because the terrain is not flat. It's not flat. Most of the locations in Turkey don't have flat terrain. So the construction cost and process is quite tough. And you know the beautiful thing about the Turkish market, in fact, the one I would recommend you do is called short lease. The short lease market is big because, you know, Turkey is like the middle melting point of the world. People crossing, going to Europe, going to Russia, going to different parts of the world, come to Turkey. That's why Air Turkey is big. You come to Turkey and you're able to just move to different parts, right? You're going to Cyprus, you're going to everywhere. Turkey is like the center. From Turkey, you can move, right? Different places. So it becomes all year round. There is huge demand, rental demand for property, particularly in Istanbul. All year round, people are looking for where to stay. Hotel on the roof, right? Property prices huge, particularly people having to stay. So these are amazing you know, opportunity that you have in Turkey. I don't know if you got value today. If you got value, type I got value, I got value, I got value. If you got value today, type I got value, I got value. Come on, guys. Show some love. If you got value, type I got value, I got value, I got value. My goal, why I do all these videos, is to challenge our minds, is to encourage you to go for gold. Is to help you to know that you can build wealth even though you are in diaspora, and to stop us from limiting our mindset, which is limiting mindset is the biggest obstacle to wealth creation, right? Because sometimes, you know, we just have this mindset that it's not for us. It can be for everybody else, but not for us. And we give all these, you know, wrong excuses. Oh, it's because I'm an immigrant. And I said this with all sense of responsibility. The biggest mistake that many of our older generation, I'm talking about parents, our grandparents, who traveled to Western world, the biggest mistake was that they didn't set up businesses in those places, right? I would quote me anywhere. The biggest mistake many of our, you know, older parents who traveled to the diaspora was that they did not start businesses. It's their biggest mistake. It's amazing that we fail to realize, you know, a lot of people struggle in this area to realize opportunities and how to take advantage of them. If you got value, type I got value. If many of our older parents, our parents, I'm talking about those who came to the Western world in the 50s, in the 60s, in the 30s, in the 40s, if many of them decided to own businesses, our lineage will probably be better now. We will not have had bad image. Because what happened was they came here to become professionals, sometimes to study, but they didn't open businesses. At some point, so we didn't have those early set of people who change the narrative for our race. Look at Nigeria. Everywhere they say evil about Nigerians, like they are corrupt, they are thieves. Do you know they don't do that in England? The way Nigerians are demonized in other parts of the world, they don't do that in the United Kingdom. I don't know if you noticed that. And I'll tell you what. You have the Fernandez of this world. You have a group of, you know, older people. Some of them are dead now. You even see how there was Ogunlesi, who invested in the UK as a business. right? Dende Fernandez was a big oil guy. You have Ogulesi who bought Gatwick Airport. Some Nigerians in the United Kingdom decided to go into sport, into business, and they've given the people already they gave us a good name. Some went into soccer, so some gave the Savages, several older ones. So the British have known Nigerians to be entrepreneurial. So even though some are giving us bad name, you still, the ones who gave us good names are sticking in the minds of the Britons. That not all Nigerians are bad. But you see, those who went to America didn't replicate the same. Those who went to other parts. So when you just hear a few Nigerians have done this, ooh, everybody. The same thing in Dubai. I said the same thing. It was the reason why I vowed. No Nigerian has become a developer in Dubai. I will become one. Because this is how you start changing the mindset, the narrative about your race before a people. Stop claiming there's racism. You to do something that will make people know that your brain, they there. Show that you can bring value to the table. Employ their citizen in their own country. And you see them respect you. But when it looks as if the little job they have, you too, you have come to take the job. And you people oftentimes are even more educated than their own citizens. So you end up looking like a competition. Like you've come to take the jobs. But when you are the one that creates the business, the government know they are making money from you through taxes. They know that other businesses are getting support from your business. Nobody fights you, right? And you're able to build respect. People can see so many Africans they are doing business with, they are doing business legitimately. This is how we kill racism. I've said it and I put it also in this book. If we want to end racism, we must end poverty amongst black people. Let me repeat myself again. If we want to end racism, we must end poverty among black people. I am in this hotel. It's a 4-star hotel. The Sheraton is 4 5-star hotel, depending on, I don't know which star this one is. Okay? I have paid over 200 euros per night to be in this hotel. Can anybody, any of the staff practice racism on me? No. No. But the same staff of this hotel that will be saying, yes, sir, welcome, sir. Let me take your luggage to your hotel, sir. Right? In the suburb, right? If he sees a black person like me, who, for whatever reason, disagreement occur, he may end up practicing racism on the same black person. So what's the difference between me and him? One is in this place of the source of his income. One is directly linked to his salary. The other he sees as a competition, as one of the reasons why he didn't even get a good job, as the person who is taking the best job from them. Two different ballgames. This is why I want you to own businesses. I want you to be entrepreneurial when you are in diaspora. This is how we can earn respect. I want you to build wealth legitimately. This is how we can earn respect. This is how we can build back our race, and people will respect us for who we are. They will respect us for the content of our character. They will respect us for our entrepreneurship and not hate our skin. We will not be treated because of our skin. We will be treated because of our mind and our ability to build wealth. I'm a businessman. I travel all over the world. I sit in meetings with the same people call racist. And they give me my damn respect. You know why? Because I have brought value to the table. Right? I have brought value to the table. Real value to the table. Right? And I'm spending my money. I'm the one putting my money here. Okay? And I say it anywhere I go. I say it any country I go. I go any country. I stay in some of the best hotels there. I have spent my money in your country. So you cannot be rude to me. I've not come to stay. You know, sometimes you want to apply for visa. You say, what's the evidence you will not leave? I'm not interested in staying in your country. right? And if I stay in your country, I promise you, right, I will generate millions and soon billions in that country. And you will see the value that my presence is bringing, the job I'm creating because I'm in that country. Now, I don't live in US, I don't live in UK, but I've employed people there. I've started my own businesses there. In Dubai, we have more than 10 staff now. So that is how we can turn the narrative around. I love you all, and I want to thank you all for listening. I hope you got value. Thank you for being part and listening. God bless you. Good night.